story is really, really important. And the reason it's important is because it's your story. That's the key. And most people really, in the course of their day and their life, don't get to tell their story. But telling your story is a very vital way in which you can find clues. It's another way of collecting data for yourself. So stories and story within the Wellbeing Way is a very essential part of the whole process.
I was kind of like really not wanting to share because I was just like kind of wanting to stay in the corner by myself, hiding.
And then during one of the question sessions that I had, I just, asked her if she could answer a question. She kind of looked up and then she got really excited about, talking about taking pictures.
Photography is just a way for me to express my feelings because, I don't know, it's just easier to express it through photography than to actually go to somebody and tell them how I'm feeling.
I knew that this was what she'd like to do based on knowing what feel is.
Focusing on something other than all the bad things that have built up, so you're just kind of like feeling a lot freer.
And so then she just moved her hair out of her face and just lit up, and everyone knew that, wow, we never knew this about this person, and this is what it is.
It gives people a sense of who I am, like, other than what they see on the outside.
The purpose of the Wellbeing Way was to have students figure out what is it that drives them, what is it that they enjoy doing most, and kind of take that and carry it over to all aspects of their life.
How to explain it, like how to make your life for you, like do what you want to do and enjoy it.
I saw this whole program as like a process where you're getting the kids to like know who they are. Like you're teaching them and giving them the tools to have the data to find out about themselves, to find out where their strengths are, to find out what their passion is.
It's a method of self-discovery, really, that you're finding who you are, what you like, and you may not have the answers right away. It may be something that just raises questions.
I don't think the Wellbeing Way helped me find something that makes me feel that way.
Kind of recognized
but
it
just
at the beginning, like I said, they weren't really responsive, but as the semester went on, they got more responsive and they participated more, and it was just an easier connection between us.
We saw some growth and saw some willingness to open up.
One student in particular, he was the jokester at the beginning of the class a lot, and he still was throughout the class, but towards the end of the semester, he started implementing a lot more of, and really you could tell he really got the feel in the Wellbeing Way, and he started actually telling the students to stop joking about it, listen to her.
Every lesson I taught, I don't think they got it until the last 5 minutes.
Halfway through, I kind of saw what they were trying to accomplish, and it made sense.
I didn't really understand it at first, and I didn't really know what was going on.
At first, I didn't get it, and I thought it was going to be sort of really hokey, like another one of those, people come to your school and talk to you about how you can be a better person.
To be honest, I thought it was kind of cheesy, but now I really got to know a lot of the people in my enrichment class. And sometimes it's kind of wondering, why did it have to be our class? Why couldn't it be the whole school?
I think a lot of the times with the Wellbeing Way, at least the way I approached it, is I didn't want to implant any idea in their head. I didn't want to tell them about how I perceive something or what it means to me. I wanted them to come out with it first.
With Wellbeing Way, they asked you, how do you feel? Nobody else would do that, but Wellbeing Way.
I think that there were some kids that, were able to start looking in towards themselves a little more. I think that's where the whole feel thing comes from.
Truly, it was to find yourself. I probably found myself in what I really like to do, but at the same time, trying to help the things that I don't like to do.
The last 5 minutes, they always came back to me with a deeper meaning. And so the fact that they went a little more below the surface and they revealed a little more about themselves, I think that to me was okay, they get it.
One day she just got it. She's like, I thought this was a big joke. She's like, but now I actually really understand what this is. And she fully got it. It's the first time I had heard someone relay it back to me, everything that we had talked about and what I had understood and how beneficial this will be for her.
Because in my last, few sessions, you know, we would do an activity, I'd be like, you know, why did we do this, or what did this mean, and they would, you know it right away.
Would I do it again? Yes, I would. Is it necessary? I believe so. People should know how to feel.
Yes, it's worth it. And if they said, well, it looks kind of boring, I'll say, you can't say that until you try it, because everybody left saying it was really fun. So you have to do it to know how you feel.
It gives you like a sense of like being and like a sense of encouragement.
Don't lose yourself. Don't give yourself up. Don't do things that you wouldn't do. Just be yourself.
I'll take time for myself a lot now.
And after Wellbeing Way, you have to truly find yourself and what you want to do, what your heart is screaming at you to do.
The most important thing that I got out of finding my feel and stuff is figuring out at the end of the year when we did, I took everything that you had implemented in the class and put it into our story, and figuring out exactly what makes you happy in the quickest manner, what makes you find your feel when you're long-term aspects.
How do you know you enjoy your playing?
No. It's fine. Your body explodes.
You'd be a pro.
We all have our equal powers. There's no one can change the way you are.
Wherever my feel takes me.
I guess I wasn't listening to Megan one time and I just zoned off and was thinking, what if I were a mentor and I took Jay's class and he'd have a bunch of gray hair? But I would come in here and be like, guess what? I was the first person to do this.